Welcome, Aries. This is Regina, and I pulled for you the Four of Swords for this winter solstice reading. This is describing more than simply an evaluation, a release, a sense of foundation based on the lessons that you've learned, that you have previously experienced as obstacles, challenges, traumas, but this is actively an exploration and a reprogramming around the way that the things that you desire actually make you feel. You've become aware that you have been conditioned to experience certain dynamics, often dysfunctional dynamics, as good things or things that feel normal to you. They've been normalized in a way that now requires you to challenge that sense of normalization when you experience the effects or the triggers of traumatic experiences. This is about you making the lessons learned the basis for your spiritual growth, cleansing, and purification in order to move forward in a way that challenges what you believe is best for you, or what you believe you want or are now investing in. I hope this makes sense. Hi, I'm Regina, again from Pacific Tarot, and this is a general reading about the winter solstice period. The winter solstice occurs on the 21st of this month, and it represents the darkest night of the year. And in that way, it represents also the return of the light, culminating in the summer solstice, where we experience the longest day of the year. So this is an important time where we are effectively resetting our experience moving forward. And in that way, this is a general reading for Aries placements, or those of you that feel drawn to this message. If you're interested in a personal reading, information for that is in the description box below. And I am featuring a half-off sale through the end of this year, so thank you to those of you that are taking advantage of this. I am going to proceed with your present, and here we have the Moon card. So this is really reinforcing this powerful sense of subconscious exploration. Something that you don't take lightly, that you may bring a lot of fears, certainly a lot of discomfort and anxiety about re-exploring not just the experiences of your conditioning, your childhood, or your social experience, but a way that you are separating what you want, what you don't want, from how those things make you feel. And this, again, is in an effort through the recognition that so much of what you believe you want is conditioned by our unconscious experience, our subconscious experience, where we've stuffed down feelings, thoughts, beliefs that didn't jibe with our social reality, particularly as children. And these include the way we felt about caregivers who did not care for us, who neglected us, who at some level may have denied us the qualities of love and attention that we continue through life to search for, often in all the wrong places. You're aware of this, and you're really consciously cultivating a spirit team, a council of elders, an ancestor pool that you recognize now are there for you in other spheres, in other realms of consciousness, where you have access to their support, their advisement, their appreciation, their love, their encouragement in a way that you may not have felt that coming of age, growing up in your family of origin. In the past, the Eight of Cups, you've long ago moved away from the bounds or the binds of your relationships and attachments from childhood, or those things that you revered and included as part of your family, including friends, partners, understanding that you've learned what you could learn from those who did not seek the experience or the position or the access in the world that you were seeking. And in that way, you have moved on to a greater challenge. This is something that's been in the works, this healing process, for a very long time, and it requires a lot of time. It can require a lifetime, but we never end this healing journey if we're questing for betterment in our lives and in our worlds. In the future, you have the Ten of Jades, and this is beautiful, indicating what you're working towards. This indeed is the better world. This indeed is not just a world where there's enough for everyone, where abundance is generated constantly by the not only creating new ideas, new opportunities for growth, but by the enjoyment of those, the appreciation of those things, that stability, that security for what it is, that protection for its value, inherent value, understanding that abundance, wealth, prosperity is not just a sum of the material objects that one can command or possess. And so this is your evolved vision of the world in which you can contribute to the improvement of not only your own life, but the lives of others. If you're enjoying this reading, Aries, please like this video. Please share this with others and subscribe to my channel. You know that it helps me, and I really appreciate the support that I get from those simple acts that don't cost you anything. In addition, I do appreciate all the ways that you support me in whatever way that you do. And I pulled the grief card, and it reads, I understand that losing something is an opportunity to appreciate it. And this is signaling to me some recent choices you've made, perhaps as a result of the passing of significant relationships in your life, the loss or the choice to relinquish certain opportunities, possessions, or relationships that you recognize were not contributing to your growth, and you're understanding that it is a choice, but that doesn't mean that you don't grieve those choices, you don't grieve those losses. This is part of the emotional and spiritual maturity that you've gained in being able to hold more than one thing as true within yourself, within your awareness. That you release someone because you see that their experience or their knowledge or their input in your life doesn't serve you in the healthiest way, but you also love them. You also can value what you've learned from them, the connection that you had with them, and you're allowed to mourn that, to experience that release as painful, as sorrowful, as sad. And that's okay. This is also part of the reprogramming that you're doing, where you are moving outside of the finite social categories that are defined for our experience, realizing that there's much more. There's a great and vast enrichment, enhancement that you're experiencing as a part of your process of growth and development. I'm going to clarify the the Moon card in the present with the 8 of Pentacles and the Ace of Swords. I just accidentally kind of pulled these from 2 different decks that I sort of have here, and I'm not decided which ones I want to use, and this is perfect. The 8 of Pentacles acknowledges that this reprogramming that I am naming your particular level of your healing process is something you know you have to work on. You understand that this taking responsibility for your reality and your experience in life is something that requires a full, holistic effort on your part to improve yourself, to improve your understanding of your needs and your desires, to acknowledge those, and to understand that in order to achieve the things you desire, you're willing to work for that. And that only prepares you for this new level of awareness that you're experiencing. This is about your justice, your harmony, your inner balance, your enlightenment, but it also is about how that enlightenment, how that truth impacts upon the justice, the equity, the fairness, the balance in the world, and how you can be a voice for that greater sense of just and fair action. In the past, the 8 of Cups is clarified by the World card and the 8 of Swords. You have 3 8s with this 8 of Swords, and it's really describing your determination, your ambition at some level. And the feeling I get is that you are releasing this sense of worldly ambition as not reflecting the sense of personal ambition that you're experiencing now. As you awaken greater levels of awareness and accountability, you are also understanding that you're closing out a cycle of believing that you could impose your values upon the world or a world. It feels like you're releasing a position, a social position, where you believe that outer or external achievement was the best way to make changes in the world. And I do believe that you are releasing that belief for a greater belief in your holistic well-being and healing as the most impactful way that you can make changes in the world. In the future, the 10 of Jades is clarified by the 5 of Cups. This is a Celtic deck, I forgot the name of it, and the 5 of Wands. Okay, so we're moving from 8s to 5s, and both of these 5s talk about changes that you have made, have long been implementing in your life. So as a result of some heartaches, some sense of failures or disappointments you've had in your life, you understand that this has chastened and improved your desire to relate to your peers, your colleagues, your collaborators differently. You're committing more holistically to the collective process, as ironically as you are taking more and more responsibility for how experiences impact you. So you're realizing that if you operate best from a place of making space for your beliefs and opinions and actions, that others do as well. And so this is about recognizing that others with whom you are aligned and working consciously and intentionally in a certain direction require the same freedom that you have, and that in many ways you are appreciative of the way in which you have not been well regarded in your relationships in the past. Those relationships where you have learned ultimately that you what you don't want. And so in that way, you are more compassionate towards others who struggle but have something to offer, as do you, and ways in which as a team you can empower all the members, or in relationships, how you can empower others to take the initiative to stand for their beliefs, to teach in relationships as well as to learn. And so this is a much more nuanced relationship that you see as a way of affecting indeed this better world that you now believe in. I'm going to finish up this reading with a flora and fauna of Africa as we approach the symbolic event of the longest night. This is individually equivalent to our deepest rooted connection to our ancestors. And in that way, for me, this humble little deck is an opportunity to pay homage to the motherland and to Mother Earth, from whom we all emerge from, are born from. And I pulled the ostrich card, and the key word is grounding. So this feels very appropriate for this winter solstice energy. You've been out of touch. It's time to get back in tune. Keep your head held high, moving forward. And I'm taking, not literally, this out of touchness as being you're on the wrong foot or on the wrong path, but rather this internal journey, this evolution, this powerful healing that you're experiencing has removed you from the scene of the crime, the action stage of the world. And in that way, you are re-emerging at this time in a new way, from a far deeper understanding of your power and responsibility. Thank you so much, Aries, for this reading. I hope it resonated with you. There will be something linked here at my heart chakra level for your additional viewing enjoyment. Until next time, namaste.